This Chinese guy says the Chinese, we fight for certainty, not for freedom.
I tend to agree with it. I feel like Chinese people value safety. That's like number one. And they're more willing to work their way and just put their head down and I guess suffer. That might be a strong word to say, but based on my experience growing up in a Singaporean-based curriculum, it's almost true.
I mean, it's true. Any sort of Chinese-based culture, even if it's not China itself, is very they want the stability.
Right. The stability might be boring, but you cannot deny the results.
Right. Obviously, America, a very chaotic place. You could make a lot of money, but your kids could get shot up at school and all the teachers are like learning terrorist protocols. I would say this. Somebody said, what about Scandinavia? It seems like it has both a little bit of freedom and a little bit of safety.
I tend to agree with that. I feel like Scandinavia, free healthcare, free education, right? Free speech to an extent too, although you can't really, for example, deny the Holocaust, you get to jail. And yeah, it's safer than America, but not as safe as China.
I think that Scandinavia, I'm not an expert on it, but some people were saying it still is like exploiting the global south and it's an unsustainable model that's beginning to collapse. I did hear that there's some cracks in their funding system.
Yeah, I say definitely there are cracks. And sorry, by the way, it's not Germany is not Scandinavia, but you know what I mean.
Right, they kind of have some Scandinavian like attributes.
Social democracy is their model.
Yeah, I just think this, man, anytime you're running these countries and you got like different populations you got to deal with different agendas, it's just really difficult because you're not going to have a system that everybody's happy with. It's just like your own individual, like, what do you care about? If there's a Chinese person who loves speaking their mind against the government, they should come to America. But if there's somebody who like, hates the fact that their kid got to have like trackers on them and a bulletproof backpack, they should just stay in China.
Stay in China or Singapore or whatever, right? But yeah, like in America, it's so difficult to govern because a lot of people are just culturally diverse, right? If you're a Chinese American, you might be pro free speech, but you want stability. You don't want to become a 100% full entrepreneur, right? But if you're like a white American, maybe you're willing to not have free healthcare to pay less taxes. It depends.
It's individual.